Hello, pretty girls. Good evening. Happy Saturday. Hope you guys did something great with your day off. If you had a day off, I didn't have a day off, so been right here in the office, and I hope that you guys, if you had to be inside because it was chilly, I hope you got to do something creative or at least something a little bit relaxing today. So, thanks for popping in. I wanted to take the opportunity to go over and give you guys a really up close look at the Let's Party workshop. Now, I know that it's a little bit darker than normal. I'm filming on a different device because technology is just hating on Susan today. It's very frustrating. So we're just going to kind of do the best that we can. And I know that it's a little bit dark. Maybe I can get it figured out, I hope. But I think that you guys can at least kind of see what's going on. But we're going to take a look start to finish through the Let's Party workshop. This is the featured workshop for that I am offering during the month of January. And if you guys are familiar with my business, which most of you watching this are, I love to gift pre-cut kits to my customers. So when they place qualifying orders on my website, I get to cut them, prepare for them a pre-cut kit. And this month there are you can earn up to 4 of them. Actually, it's crazy what's being offered this month during January. I'm working towards meeting a sales goal so that I can attend a leadership event in Utah. And so those of you guys who place any amount, place an order of any amount during the month of January, please know I'm so grateful for you. And if you would like to place an order that would qualify for a pre-cut kit, please know that it is cut and packed and sent with love. So this is the second tier kit that you guys can earn during the month of January. So as you know, and again, you would have to really not know anything about me to not know about the stamp of the month, but every month I will create a project kit centered around the featured stamp of the month. You guys can get the almost $20 stamp set for either $5 with your order, or you can even get it free if you're a VIP. And joining as a VIP will actually get you the fourth pre-cut kit. It's absolutely wild what I'm giving away this month. But you for a $75 order, you are going to be able to get the Stamp of the Month pre-cut kit. And it's 6 projects. There are 4 mini album pages and 2 greeting cards. It's all pre-cut and ready to go for you. And you guys can get a good look at that kit if you look at the pinned video that's entitled January Kits and Specials that's pinned up on the Facebook page. You'll get a good up close look at all of those, okay? So $75, you'll get the Stamp of the Month kit. If your order bumps to $125, you're going to get the Stamp of the Month kit, and providing I still have inventory, because the add-on kit, this number 2 tier kit, is while supplies last. I do not restock that when it's gone, okay? So the add-on kit is all of the cardstock, Cricut cut, and printing cut pieces that coordinate with the Let's Party scrapbooking workshop. And I've kind of been following that, that kind of theme for about a year and a half now. And it's working fairly well for my customers. I do have some ladies, as much as I love Cricut, they don't love their Cricut, or they don't have one, or they just plain old don't want to mess with it. That's okay. The add-on kit will kind of remedy all of those problems. So the add-on kit are all of the, as I said, the cardstock, Cricut, and print and cut pieces that are featured in this workshop. So if you don't have a Cricut, or if you're not familiar with using your Cricut, or if you just plain old don't even want to mess with it because it's going to save you a lot of time and some money, this kit is for you. The only cardstock that you guys will need to complete this entire workshop is the base pages, the 12 by 12 base pages. All of your other cardstock is pre-cut in this kit for you, okay? All of your Cricut pieces, that obviously if you don't know how to use a Cricut or don't have a Cricut, you wouldn't be able to cut, therefore would be preventing you from putting the workshop together. I don't want that to happen, which again is another reason why this kit is successful. And you also are going to get all of the print and cut pieces. So all of those pieces that feature the Let's Party SVG collection, I have already enhanced those, sized those, and pre-cut those for you. So not only do you not have to buy the SVG collection, but you also don't have to upload it, make all of those adjustments, make all of those sizings, print them and cut them. I've already done all of that for you. Then for the first time, what I've done this month is you guys are going to have a few of the pattern paper scraps left over. You're not going to have many, but you're going to have a few. And I really felt like, even if you guys were not technically card makers, okay, some of you are like, nope, I don't do cards, Susan, don't do cards. That's okay. We can still be friends. It's all right. But if you don't do cards, I really felt like you have a kiddo, a grand kiddo, someone at work, somebody that has a birthday that you know, okay? So even if you're not a quote unquote card maker, I thought it would be fun to give you something to help you use up your scraps that are left over in your kit, okay? And so I would just want to show you really quickly before we dive into the pages, I want to show you guys what we've orchestrated here, okay? So inside the add-on kit, this file is also in the Cricut file. So whether you guys are qualifying for the add-on kit or not, you still have the file that will cut these at your home if you want to do that. But just for an added bonus, I went ahead and cut 4 of them and I put them down into the kits. So if you're getting the add-on kit, you're getting 4 of these already pre-cut. But what these are is they're just very simplistic card fronts. Now you guys know me, my work tends to be a little simplistic, okay? Hello, Miss Brandy from O'Fallon, Missouri. How cold are you up there, darling? I just have to ask. And hello, Miss Debbie. I hope you're having a wonderful day. So you guys know my work is really simplistic. If you look closely at the sticker sheet on the Let's Party, there's lots of little tiny bitty elements, like little bitty stars and little bitty, party pieces and that kind of thing. And I thought, man, I need to give you guys a way to kind of use up some of those bits and pieces that we did not use in the pages. And so what I have done is, again, you have 4 of these that are in your kit, but you guys do have this file if you get the Cricut file, or if you're just qualifying for the cutting files because you bought them over on my blog through PayPal, or if you got them with an order, that kind of thing. Right now it's 15. Oh my gosh, you're just a few degrees above us. Man, it has just been wicked cold, right? Like, where's the beach? Oh my word. How many days now have I woke up and said, this is not Montana? I am not in Montana. I am in the Midwest. It is not supposed to be like -7. It was -7 when we went to church last Sunday. It was madness. So hopefully, I don't think it'll be -7 in the morning. But anyway, where is spring, right? So you guys stay warm up there. But what I wanted to do was create something really quick and simple for you guys, even if you don't like to make cards, that you could use up some of your scraps and use up just a few of your leftover embellishments. So whether it be a few of your dots that are left over or some of those little teeny tiny stickers, but inside your kit, you are going to see there's 4 of these print and cut elements. You've got 3 balloons and a party hat. Those are also included in your kit. They're not in the pages. So if you don't want to put the cards together, you don't have to. But this would make a really cute embellishment for just a page, right? So you could put this on one of your scrapbooking layouts and it would work perfect for a little title piece. So if you don't want to turn them into cards, that's okay. You have 4 of them. You can put them on cards, you can put them on pages, it's up to you, but you'll see they just fit right nice and tight right there on one of the A2 size cards. So the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, right? You've got that beautiful outer edge that you guys know I love to do. So if you don't want your card base showing, you can put some patterned paper over the top of your card front, and you've got some patterned paper peeking through there. That's really fun as well. So I know, oh my gosh, Randy, it is crazy. Julie, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. It is my pleasure. I'm so happy that you'll enjoy them. So you could use it for a page title, or you could use it for a greeting card, but it's sized to fit on a greeting card. If you wanted to use it for that. But you guys will see you're just taking your little scraps of paper, and it doesn't matter which ones they are. You can use a little bit of cardstock if you want. You can use patterned paper left over from this kit. You can use paper from another kit. It doesn't matter. If you want to send a card to your grandmother, like if my grandma was still living, I would pick a pretty, like a floral paper or something like that to send her. She would love that. So you can use alternative pieces, but the fun thing is that they're just scraps, you guys. All you're doing, you don't have to measure. You just have to cut with your scissors a little piece of paper, and you can see mine are all overlapping. I didn't even cut them down to fit flush. If I had a little scrap, just to make sure that it wasn't sticking out over the bottom or sticking out over another window that was right next to it, you can see how easy it was. I pretty much, the one that I did very first, I pretty much had to size that one so that it fit over top of a window. The rest of them, I just layered them on top of each other, and if they overlapped, then they overlapped. You couldn't see it from the front. So this was just a really fun, ridiculously fast way to create either a card or a page title using some of your scraps. We just this fun little window here. This could be something that your kids could do, guys, or your grandkids. Wouldn't that be super fun? So anyway, you have this included in the Cricut file, and the cut pieces are also included in your envelope. Now, all of your scraps, you're not going to find those in the cutting guide because they would make people crazy, right? To cut all of those. This is just for you to put the pages together and then sit down and just enjoy grabbing little bits and pieces that you have of paper packs left and creating a fun little either title topper, page topper, or a card, right? So again, once more, in the add-on kit, in the envelope that you guys will receive if you have a qualifying order, you will get 4 of them already pre-cut. Of course, you can cut as many as you want because you have the Cricut file now, and you also get the 4 extra print and cut pieces to put on there. So you can see, guys, it's just really cute. It was really fun to do. This is the creating to me that's just really relaxing. I'm not really sure why, but it's nice to be able to sit down and not have to worry about deciphering a cutting guide or cutting things on Cricut. I didn't have to use my thin cutting machine. I was just sitting down, just gluing and cutting, and it was very relaxing, and I just quite enjoyed it. So this is just a little extra. We're referring to them as the bonus cards in the files, is what you guys will see on there. And so again, they're optional. You do not have to make them into cards. You can make them into title toppers if you would like. It's up to you, but they're included for you anyway, and then you can determine what you do with them. Leanne, you're saying I need to come to Australia. You know, that is on Randy and I's bucket list. But I have to tell you, I am deathly terrified of snakes. Like it's not even a joking thing in my house. I am deathly, like, my brain doesn't think. I just am like run, and I run over people, and I run over things, and break things, and it's really not good. And you guys have a lot of snakes down there. I'm just saying. But yes, I want to see a kangaroo in the wild. I would love to see a koala. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You guys are you're probably the very top of our bucket list of places to travel. So, the good thing is that when we finally do get to travel to Australia, we will know a lot of people there. So that has me very excited. But, yes, I would love to get my share of summer down there with you guys for sure. So you guys kind of got a look at the add-on kit. And again, this is just something that you guys can get with that qualifying order. Okay. I've done, this is really, it's going to save you money, but it's going to save you a lot of time too. And so that's really the beauty of it. And it's just my fun way of giving you guys a little gifty, because, gift giving is one of my love languages, and I enjoy really showing my appreciation to my customers. And so, as I said, these are while supplies last. I'm down to 5 of them. Okay. And so once they're gone, I don't restock them. And so if you guys want one, $125 order will get you one of these sent to your home, providing you get it before they're gone. And it will also get you the pre-cut stamp of the month kit as well. So you get 2 kits for $125 order. Okay. And if you're watching this video, if you guys come across this video on YouTube later after January 2024, this is usually what I do every month. And so probably any month that you come and visit my website, you'll be able to get some kits for free. So it's just, again, a fun way for me to be able to show how much I appreciate you guys. Just like foreigners about snakes, certain parts of Australia to scare. Oh yeah. I know I'm not alone. I know, but man, you guys have some wicked creatures down there. Let me tell you, put me in a bus with glass and let's go exploring, but I don't want them to be able to get to me, and I don't need to be around them. So anyway, okay, so let's have a look at the pages. You guys are going to get, if you purchase the cutting file through PayPal. If you don't want to place an order and you just want the cutting guide through PayPal, you can do that over on the blog. I'll put the link below. And so you can, you will receive those through your email, okay? And they're usually very quick. If I am not sleeping and if I'm not in church, you guys will get them usually within just a few minutes. If for some reason you have made a purchase in PayPal and you do not receive your files, the next morning or within a couple hours, if it happens to be a Sunday or a Wednesday when I'm at church, then I would like for you to reach out to me again. You guys are never going to bother me, but it makes me so sad. There have been a few times in the past when people have checked out through PayPal and PayPal has not sent me a notification of that payment. And I don't send those files and they check in with me like 3 days later and they haven't got their files yet. And I feel terrible for you guys having to wait. Please know you're never going to bother me. Sometimes the emails get lost and they don't make it to you. You're never going to be a bother to me. Just reach back out to me and we'll make sure that we get them to you. Okay. So you're going to get the files that have your supply listing here. They're going to have some additional information. There's some other files on here with the Google Drive that shows you all the up-close photos. You're going to be able to see there is a Cricut file on there about printing cut, just some different classes and courses that would be helpful for you. You've got photos of several of the, all of the layouts up close. You have many more in the Google Drive, of course. And then you have your cutting guide. And so that is going to give you all your trimmer cuts and all of your Cricut cuts as well. Okay. It's also going to give you there's somewhere on there. Going to give you, show you where I placed all the stickers. If you are one of my friends that like to sort all of your pieces before you start assembling, then it's going to tell you where all of those little stickers go. And so again, it is your workshop and you can create it any way that you wish. But some of you guys like to know my roadmap for how I put mine together. And so all of those things are labeled for you and just kind of ready for you to sit down and enjoy the process, right? Because especially if you've got the add-on kit, the hard work is done for you. If you guys have the add-on kit to rehearse, okay, just like a quick summary. If you get the add-on kit, if you've qualified for the add-on kit for free, okay, the only cardstock that you have to provide are your 12 by 12 base pages. Okay, that's very well detailed in the blog. Okay, well, it'll tell you what colors I used. If you want to use the same colors I did when you're shopping, go into your shopping cart and use the numbers custom 12 or custom 24, and that will allow you to build your own custom cardstock pack. It's amazing. We have precious little people in our warehouse that are like picking those sheets of cardstock just for you. Every piece of paper has been touched by a human hand. And I don't know why that makes me emotional to think about that, but I think it's just precious, the thought that someone went and they picked out all of this cardstock just for me. I don't know why. It just makes me so happy to hear. But you guys can pick your own and build your own pack. So you have all of the details of which colors I used there on the blog. So you'll be able to get the very same colors of the 12 by 12 pieces, or you can just use from your stash. This will look great with neutrals or any bold, bright colors that coordinate with the paper pack. So really, most all the crafters that I've spoke with have the 12 by 12 papers in their stash. And so it's something that you guys can provide. And that means that I can provide for you more of what you really want, which is pre-cut paper, right? So you will only have to provide your 12 by 12 papers, and you only have to cut your 6 sheets of your pattern paper that you will have ordered with your shopping list. So it's just 6 sheets of your pattern paper. They're very easy cuts. I don't do all that fancy schmancy stuff. They're very simplistic, straight cuts. No funky whatever. I mean, you'll be able to cut through it in just no time at all. But just the 6 sheets of the pattern paper is all you'll actually have to cut. Everything else in that add-on kit I have completed for you, okay? So you'll be able to get these whether you want to get them over on the blog through PayPal or whether you want to earn them for free with an order. For every $25 that you spend on my website, you get to pick a set of cutting files. Now, I have been doing workshops for many years. I guess this is my 11th year now. And so you will find oodles of them over on my blog. And you can pick any of them. So if you have an old paper pack that's 3 years old and I have a scrapbooking workshop on there that you like, well, you can select those files and I'll send them over to you. And now you have a purpose for that paper pack. So it's very cool and very fun. Every $25 that you spend, you're going to get a set of files, and it's unlimited. You can pick as many as your orders. And so, let's go ahead. We'll take a peek at these pages. You guys, I just love me a good birthday workshop because it just seems like when we scrapbook, if we don't scrapbook a ton, we usually are at least able to get photos taken of birthdays, and we're usually able to document that in some way. And so it just feels always to me that at least these pages are going to get used. Like you could see a workshop featuring, maybe graduation or maybe Father's Day and things like that. Well, maybe you don't, maybe you're not in a place where you celebrate Father's Day, maybe your daddy's passed away, or maybe you don't have anybody that's graduated. And so sometimes you see themes and papers and collections that work for a theme or an occasion that doesn't really fit your family or fit your life. And so you're like, I don't really have a use for that. But it's like everybody has someone with a birthday, right? Or something that is celebratory of some kind. And so what's really fun is that we could totally adapt a lot of this and just make it celebratory and not birthday. Julie says she loves the add-on kits. As you have no desire to have a Cricut. Julie, my friend, we can still be friends even though you have no desire to have a Cricut. I tell you often, you guys, that you're missing out a lot not having Cricut, but I totally get it. For many years, I was like, nope, that's not for me. So I'm thrilled that you will enjoy the add-on kits. I'm thrilled. So you can see, like for this one, guys, pennants and banners, those are celebratory no matter what you're celebrating, right? You can remove the birthday zip strip down here, okay? Either leave it gone, or you can put a different type of paper in there, or another shimmer trim or something like that. You can move your red shimmer trim up if you would like, up to you. But you can utilize the stripe paper here, the yay, you've got let's celebrate, all about you, happy day. You can see these are all things that work for anything that could be celebratory. So like if you had ball pictures, you kiddos playing ball or something like that, there's so many things that you could use this for that it doesn't necessarily have to be centered around birthday because it has such a celebratory theme in general, right? Okay, so that was layout number one. I guess we didn't really even talk about it, did we? I have told you guys, I am just wicked obsessed with Cricut. I recently, I guess just yesterday, uploaded a screen share video that I did. It's over on the YouTube channel as well, and it's up on the Facebook page, where I walked you guys through my process for enhancing the SVG images, adding the black outline, adding the white frame around them so it makes it look like it's like a fussy cut image, that kind of thing. But I walked you guys through start to finish. It's about a 30-minute video. I think that you will enjoy it, but that has been something that I've just been overwhelmed with questions about over, probably the past year, really, since I've been using Print and Cut. And so I just kind of shared with you guys all my secrets and my little tips to make that a little easier for you. And so the feedback's already been great. I've already had many messages that was like, whoa, my gosh, Suze, I see now that this really might change my life. So I'm happy to get more of you guys on board with the Print and Cut train. Okay, so be sure if you would like to learn how, maybe you are listening to this and you are fluent with Cricut and you would like to learn more about Print and Cut and how to utilize some of those SVG images and that kind of thing. Remember, the reason why it's an issue with SVGs is that when I make a Cricut file using Cricut images and I send you guys that link in your files, your workshop files, right? All of the changes in the slicing and dicing that I did with Cricut will just transfer with that file. But when we use an SVG, we can't share SVGs like that. So you guys have to buy the SVG collection. You have to upload it and you have to do your own slicing and dicing to make your images look like mine. Okay, so there's extra steps when we use SVGs. They're super awesome because they coordinate so well with our papers, but they are an extra step for you guys that are creating. And so your solution is either learn how to do it, which is what I did in the video, or qualify for the add-on kit and I'll do all the hard work for you, right? So you have a couple of options, but I did that for you guys and I hope that'll be helpful. Please comment underneath it and let me know what you thought about it. If I can get some good feedback on it, I can continue maybe a series like that. But I would like to know what features you guys still kind of get hung up with, and what other issues I can help you get over that hurdle so you don't feel so overwhelmed. Okay, so it's my pleasure to serve as always, but I want to serve in the right way. And so I can't do that if I don't know how I can give you guys what you're needing. So Again, just some fun papers. I love just the bold and bright. We did use the blue dots and the yellow dots. And again, you guys know it kind of goes without saying. You can use embellishments from your stash if you would like. For goodness sakes, with a palette like that, you've got something to match. Or you can choose to grab the blue dots and the yellow dots. Like I said, it's fun because one of my favorite things about Close to My Heart is that you get the matchy going on. I'm a matchy girl. I like to know that if I order Bluebird cardstock and I order dots that say they are Bluebird, that they are going to match. I like my papers to match my cardstock exactly. I don't want them to be close enough, right? That's not how I roll. So that is really one of the things that I love about what we do here. So you got a little bit of black going on here. You guys know, if you've known me for a second, I love a pop of black with those bright colors because it serves as a really great anchor. If you have nothing but bright colors together, then they all just kind of blend together and nothing really stands out. So you got to have a little bit of anchor with that black. However, we got a lot of anchor on this one because the base page is black. But look at all of these really fun papers. I love them. My absolute favorite image on the entire SVG collection, guys, are these banners. I love them. Banners, pennants, whatever you want to call them. I love them. I've been putting them on cards. I've been putting them on pages. I need to do a mini album really bad. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. You've got some party hats up here, a mix of both dots and stickers. Again, you've got, like, I do a lot of clustering. Some of them are bigger elements, some of them are smaller elements, but you just got little clusters of things together. You'll see this is a print and cut, this red one. The blue and the green are stickers, and then you've got a yellow star there. So again, just kind of fun where it doesn't really look like an element is stuck out in the middle of nowhere, like it's lost and needs to find its way home. It's got some buddies out there, and so it kind of looks like it has a purpose. And I don't know, I know the strangest way of describing things, but that's how it sounds in my head. So the fun thing is that some of you guys are like, I get exactly what you mean by that, Suze. I love it. So again, a little bit more of that clustering. Sometimes you'll see them over here just to kind of fill up a little bit of that blank spot. It just kind of looks like they belong there. But if you leave them by themselves, they look like they're, someone forgot to pick up a star, right? But if you stick a few friends with it, he kind of looks like he has purpose up there. A few more of those little party hats. They're so cute. I love them. And then just a few of those little banners. Now, don't get caught up. I get feedback a lot. You guys are like, I don't need all the little bitty photos, Suze. I like the big photos. But if you'll notice, the majority of them are big photos. You'll see when I use the 2x2 photos here on this page specifically, they're more of like an accent, like a complimentary type of thing down here. If you wanted to take this space and instead of use 3 little teeny tiny photos, you could use a 4x6 photo and turn it horizontal or landscape if you're cool and I'm not. But you have space to do that down here. Or you could use this as some journaling space. You could use this as some space to put some of those pattern papers and just add some blocks, just some fun party blocks down there with those banners on there. It's up to you, but don't get hung up saying, oh, I don't like 2x2 photos. That layout is not for me. Because you have so many options to add your larger photos there, and you have plenty of space for them. But these just really kind of serve as an accent. Maybe you can look at your photos as, I don't want to shrink my family photo down to 2 inches by 2 inches, or I don't want to crop my photo down to 2 inches by 2 inches. But you know what? Maybe this is a perfect photo to place like a little part of the birthday cake, right? Or you are feeling pretty photogenic, photography-ish, right? Like you're feeling pretty skilled with your phone or your camera, right? And you're like taking up close pictures of the party decorations, or you're taking up close pictures of the, the decorations on the table or something like that. These can just be other things that kind of help set the mood, tell the story of what you're trying to communicate in your pages, but they don't necessarily have to be a face that's cut down where you have an ear cut off because you had to cut it down to 2 inches by 2 inches, right? Like that's something I'm never going to stop talking about, because that is what I continue to hear from my peeps. They're like, I don't really want to cut my photos down to 2 inches, Suze. I'm cutting people's faces off. I get it. So maybe those are just not the photos that we need to use in that particular area, right? This one, super fun again, okay? We always forget, or at least the people that I talk to forget, that a 3x4 or a 4x3 is just a 4x6 cut in half, guys. So again, just like to serve as a visual reminder, you could use two smaller 4x3 photos here, or you could use this space as a 4x6 and not have to cut anything down. 4x4s are just 4x6s with the slivers trimmed off, right? Just with an edge. Nobody cares about the coffee table. Nobody cares about the grass. Nobody cares about the bumper of the car, okay? There are many, many, many photos, if you guys are looking. They're not usually people from edge to edge, okay? So you can trim a sliver off and it can work in your patterns. And I'm not just talking about my patterns alone. I'm talking about any of your patterns or your books and that type of thing that call for those funky size photos. I print my own photos, so it's never really a huge issue to me. I print them in my own home, HP Insta Ink for the win, okay? If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll send you a video. But for those of you that have them printed and you kind of stay with that standard 4x6 size, I mention this nearly every time we talk about these projects because I want you to be reminded that just because a pattern features something smaller doesn't necessarily mean that your 4x6 photos won't work. There's a way to do that without disintegrating Grandpa's forehead, okay? So now that we're off that crazy soapbox, right? We've got lots going on here. The paper, the patterns, the embellishments, like it is a lot. It's almost like your photos are probably going to kind of calm it down a little bit to give us somewhere else to focus our eyes. But we've got a few more of those fun party hats up there. I loved them. Oh my gosh, I love them. You guys, you got to watch that video. You're going to understand the difference in what I'm teaching you in that video, okay? Some fun stickers. And yes, I use a lot of foam tape, You're going to see most of my elements are all popped up because if they are just stuck down onto the page, they look sad and boring. And I like to have dimension. Some of you guys don't, that's okay. But I am a dimension girl. So usually everything has got a layer or two. You can see here, and I know some of you are like, Suze, I'm not putting it over my photo. I'm not doing it. I'm not overlapping it. That's okay. You can move them down or tuck them behind your photo and just have the corner of the present sticking out. It's absolutely fine. You can put your banner somewhere else. You don't have to overlap it. I personally like to do that. No, I wouldn't put it on someone's forehead, of course. But like I mentioned, rarely do you not have spaces on your photos? Like there's usually not a forehead down here. If there is, well then move it to the other edge, right? It's not difficult, not complicated at all. I promise we can make it work, right? So cute stickers again. I love these little sliver stickers. That's what I call them when I'm creating. It sounds so dumb, I know, but I call them little sliver stickers. And it's just because they're just like these little sliver of pattern paper that have text or something on them. And I love to overlap them on top of other elements. I'll tuck them back behind bits and pieces. That's super fun as well. I layer them in the clustering. You'll see here, like you could use one of the stickers up underneath the print and cut element with the stars around it. They're my absolute favorite. And I love it when we get a whole bunch of them on a sticker sheet. And this sticker sheet has a lot of them. And so I had a grand time using the sliver stickers. Now, you know that's going to stick, right? You guys are going to call them that now. Sliver stickers. I love it. This one I love, and my absolute favorite part of this entire page is this big, long banner with like the little pom-poms on it. I love it. Love it. So you'll notice this one down here. We had a bunch of stuff kind of sitting on top of our photos here. Again, you have plenty of space to move them. If you don't want them sticking on your photos, it's okay. So we moved our pom-poms down a little tiny bit so it was not laying on top of our title here, the Make a Birthday Wish. This one is kind of overlapping the photos. I almost feel like if I don't have something overlapping my photos, they're just kind of like, they just look like these weird boxes on my page on the patterns. And I just like to have something kind of overlap the edge of them, and it just kind of looks like it all is meshed together into one page and nothing is kind of sticking out. I know it just sounds so crazy, but that my creative eye probably works much different than most of you guys. And I can absolutely appreciate the feedback from you over the years. And I love it that you guys are able to make them work for what makes sense, to your creative eye, if it happens to be different than what I am doing. So lots of room. You can move them, shift them around if you want to do that. But I like to have them overlap just a tiny bit. I think that's super fun fun presents with our little pom-poms underneath you. That shimmer trim just looked amazing with this color. It's a little bit of a different palette than the candy apple. So your candy apple is your bright candy red, and the red shimmer trim is almost more of like a scarlet. It has a bit more of that deep hue in the red, and I just feel like it looks so great together. While it's not a palette match, it looks so great. I tried many other colors, and this one was my favorite by far. So you've got a little cupcake on this one, and remember, you guys, if you don't want to use them the way that I have, you can put them on other places on your pages, or if you're a card maker, put them on some cards. You can do that as well. It's up to you. But again, kind of those same elements that you see over on the left, we've kind of added over on the right. You've got some hearts there, fun little birthday cake tucked back behind there, a little bit of an arrow. I love that little arrow there on top. Just cute, cute, cute. I love this one as well. This one, it's funny because you guys can usually look at the group of pages and you can decide which one was my last one, because I'm having to use scraps from the different pieces of paper trying to make them fit together somehow, and this is my last one. So you can see we've added a lot of different scraps. I didn't have big pieces for all of them, so I kind of had to add a different pattern. I haven't used this one in a while, but it used to be one of my very favorites. But it really is very fun and festive. I love the balloons in that SVG collection with the little dots on them. I just love them. You can see again just some more of that clustering that we talked about earlier. A few more of those little strips. I love them. This is just a zip strip that's just cut down into a little piece. Just kind of, you could tear it to make it look like faux washi tape if you wanted to do that. I just cut mine with a paper trimmer, and you can see you've got that punch of black on there. This one is kind of, feels like the black's kind of hidden because it's up here with the dark red and the dark blue. But it just has a little bit of that punch, and will bring out the black outlines on those SVGs, the black text on those stickers. I just love it. You've got some of these really fun stickers here. I just feel like a banner and a pennant, like these stickers, they just needed to have a dot behind them, or else they just felt like they were hanging out in thin air. They had to have something to hold them together and attach them somewhere, right? So I used some of the blue and the yellow dots in order to do that. You'll see there's another page where we've done the kind of the same thing, but again, just a few more stickers, some more of those little sliver strips. I love them. I love those little balloons. They're so cute. How fun. Okay, so last one. So you can see some more of those banners, guys. Look right here. Again, I just kind of lay them out and maneuver them around until they're all kind of placed in, a complementary row and spaced accordingly. And then I go in and I place my dots underneath them. Something that kind of helps is if you pop them up on foam tape like I've done here, then you're able to actually just slide your dots down underneath. And what is neat is that I had to use multi-sizes. This is something I go back and I do last. So I complete all of my other pages. And if I have a space like this where I am needing to use a lot of different dots, I don't want to use all of the dots of the same size on something like this, because then my clustering in other places looks a little crazy because all your dots that you have left are all the same size, right? Because maybe if I've used all the little dots here, I don't have little dots to use my clustering, and clustering looks best when you use elements of different sizes. And so when I do things like this, I leave them till very last. So all of my pages would have been adhered together. All my stickers and embellishments are put on. Then I go through and I put all of my dots on. And when I get back, then there may not have been enough circle dots to do circles on these. I might have had stars left over, so I would have had to go through and use stars to place in between the little pennants, or hearts even. I've done all of them. You guys can look back at many of my workshops and seen different shapes in between those pennants, and that's just because that's what I had left over, right? And so I do them last, but what it means a lot of times is that I'm working with different sizes. So you'll see, like, some of these are the medium size and some of them are the little tiny size. But what you will notice, or hopefully not notice, right, is that when you stick them back behind underneath rather than on top, so if we were putting our stickers down flat onto our page and we put our dots on top, we are most likely going to notice, because you can notice with the naked eye, just like we noticed down here, that these are all different sizes. But what I have come to understand over the years of doing this is that if you take your pennants and you pop them up on foam tape and you slide your dots back behind them, and you can just see that opening, that your eye does not immediately see that they don't all match in size. Okay, so another little tip for you guys, if you like to do that as well, stick them back behind on the back layer and it disguises that a little bit. Yeah, if you get in there with your magnifying glass and you're really looking to see, oh, do these all different sizes, you're going to notice it, of course, but just to the naked eye, it disguises it a little bit. And so if you're not really looking at it, you're probably not going to notice it. So again, just kind of a fun way to make them look a little more uniform without them actually being uniform. So same thing over on here, different sizes, different colors, just kind of tucked back behind there. And I think it's super, super cute. And the fun thing is that if you guys are putting your pennant stickers up on foam tape instead of using the sticky part to hold them to your page, the fun thing is what I actually do, the process is, since I have foam tape on the back of them, I don't take the backing off the foam tape yet. So once I have all my stickers with that foam tape on the back, I'll turn them over and then I can spread them out and space them correctly on my page until I get them exactly the way I want them, okay? Then I can pick them up one by one and take the backing off the foam tape, lay it down, pick another one up, take the backing off, place it back down. So then I have them spaced correctly. I've kind of got to maneuver them around and space them and spread them out without them actually being stuck down to the paper. A lot of times you can lay a sticker on there, and if you don't smush it down, it's okay, you can move it around. But there have been many times that I've ended up tearing my base pages because I've had to move it around and it stuck too much and it tore my paper, it tore my base page. And to me, it just really makes so much more sense to be able to move them around without them being stuck there. And again, it helps you disguise those multi-size dots and all that good stuff. So if you guys love the banners and the pennants, and maybe you struggle with some of those things, maybe getting them accurately spaced and that kind of thing, maybe that tip will be helpful for you. Let me know. This one, the star of the show on this layout for sure are the balloons. I love the balloons, and I find that most of the time, the most simplistic layouts that I make are my favorites. The ones that are not kind of sensory overload, right? Some of you guys will look at this and say, Suze, I need more photos on there. Understand? I understand. You can use your flip flaps, you can use your pocket pages, or you can use your open space here. That's up to you, but you have plenty of space to add more if you would like, right? But again, you'll notice your great big usable photo sizes, and they're just accented by these fun little balloons. Just a little tip for you. Let's just say that you said, okay, Suze, I get it all, but I can't stand this wasted space over here. I need to add one more 6x4 photo. Let me just tell you what I would personally do, okay? These are spaced 1/4 of an inch. So this is 1/4 of an inch from the edge of the base page. This is 1/4 of an inch from the edge of the base page. This is 1/4 of an inch in between the photos. So what I would do is I would take my blue and my red cardstock and I would cut off 1/4 of an inch, okay? So you can still see the blue and the red. I would pick up the piece I cut off of the blue and the piece I cut off of the red, and I'd put it on my table. Then I would put my other 6x4 photo here, and then I would take that piece of blue and red that I cut off, my shimmer trim as well, that I cut off, and then I would tack it on to the edge over here, just like we did here. This is one full piece of cardstock. So this is a big blue piece of cardstock and a big red piece of cardstock. In Close to My Heart World, that's Bluebird and Candy Apple, of course. And so this, I would take this exact layout and I would bring it over here, and you can do that by just slicing off this. You need to leave 1/4 of an inch here so that they all match. And then these pieces that you cut off, put a photo here and tack them on the end, and they'll look exactly like this. And you'll never even know that there's not cardstock underneath that photo mat. Okay, so maybe another little fun tip for you guys. So made it to the end. Okay, so just to kind of go back through, guys, you can get all of the pre-cut pieces for this one, the cardstock, the Cricut pieces, and all the print and cut pieces with the SVGs in the add-on kit this month if you place an order of 125. And if I still have them in stock, remember, I don't restock them, and I have 5 left at the beginning of the video. I don't have a clue if any sold out or were redeemed with orders when I started the video, okay? but you will be able to get that kit as well as the 6 project pre-cut January stamp of the month kit. So you get 2 kits for your order of $125. Okay, now maybe you have some Christmas money to spend. I have a 3rd scrapbooking kit that's absolutely free this month, and the only thing that you have to provide are your base pages. Everything else is included. I pre-cut all the pattern paper for you. I pre-cut all the cardstock for you. Your embellishments are included as well. Okay, I'll do a separate video on this at another time. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I'm not going to go through the whole thing on this video, but this, you can see all the pictures over on my blog. But it is a 6-page scrapbooking workshop. Okay. And everything is pre-cut and included in the kit for you, except your base pages. So you can see all your print and cut pieces, all your pattern paper, all your cardstock, and all of your embellishments. There's 2 packages of 2 sheets of dots down there. So this additional kit with the cutting files and all of that good stuff, just like always, is going to be another added bonus that you're going to get if your order reaches $200. So providing none of the kits have sold out, for a $200 order on my shopping website, you get this entire kit. The only thing you have to have are 6 sheets of cardstock. Everything else to put the pages together is included. Okay. I'm not going to go through all of them, but you have, like, here's an up-close little peek. They're all over on the blog, so go over to justcrazyblessed.blogspot.com and you can get an up-close peek at them, okay? But you get the project kit to make the 6 scrapbook pages. You get the add-on kit that's all the Cricut and cardstock and print and cut pieces for the big Let's Party workshop, and you get the stamp of the month kit. And just because it's sitting next to me, if you want to join as a VIP, you're going to get my VIP kit, which for this year, for new or renewing VIPs that renew with me or join with me, it's an amazing program. If you do not know anything about it, I will send you information, but you can get immediately 15% product credit back on every purchase that you make on the website. So everything is immediately at a 15% rebate. It's amazing, and you can pick what you get with your VIP credit. It's amazing. So if you join as a VIP this month, the special ends. It's $35 to join for the year. You immediately get VIP credit back of $25. So now it only costs you $10. Okay. You are going to get 15% product credit on all of your purchases. You can earn the stamp of the month free every month with your qualifying order. So you're not even paying the $5 that everyone else pays for it. Okay. So free stamps of the month. You're going to get additional perks and benefits and rebates and workshop files if you join with me, because you could be inside my Facebook group where all that stuff happens. And then just as a fun little bonus, there are 600 print and cut pieces in this kit, over 600. I think it's 604 if I remember correctly, in different various neutral colors. Okay. And this is going to be a kit that's actually going to ship right to your door just for joining as a VIP and placing your first order of any size. Okay. So if you happen to place a $200 order this month and join as a VIP, you can get all 4 of the kits shipped to you for free. But this is going to be the reviews on this, the feedback I've gotten from my VIP members that have renewed and gotten their kit already in the mail. They are loving them. And what's fun is that they're just various sentiments, captions, titles. You can use them on scrapbook pages. You can use them on cards. It's up to you. But what's fun is that a lot of these can be used for cards or pages. So if you're one or the other, it's okay, because they'll work for a lot of things like Christmas blessings. That could be something that I put on a scrapbook page, on a mini album page, or I stick it on a card, right? So again, think about how great these would be, like to use up your leftover, like your scraps of your paper, things like that. You could do this concept, you guys, like what we talked about at the beginning of the video. You could do this concept, and instead of happy birthday, if you're fluent on the Cricut, you could put another sentiment on there, just thinking of you, or get well soon, or something like that. And some of these would be the cutest little accents to these bigger titles or card images. So this actual kit, this exact kit in a big envelope, will ship to you. It's not, you don't have to cut anything. You don't have to use a Cricut. They come just like this. I emptied one out and put it on the plate so you guys could see exactly what you were getting. And there's over 600 of them. Okay. So, this will be a gift that I think, like, the gift that will keep on giving, right? Because there's, things that are themed and will work for year round. There's holidays on here. There is just generic different things. I think you're going to have a good time. Some of these, you guys who know me like on a personal level and you hear me talk, if you're inside the membership, you really know who I am. But you guys are going to read some of these when you're going through here and you're going to be like, yep, that's something Suze would say. So there are some kind of, there's like some redneck stuff in here. I mean, it's going to make you giggle, I think. So I think that you'll enjoy it. I really think you'll enjoy it. But definitely going to be the month. If you guys want to join as a VIP, you might as well get the extra credit that is going to end at the end of January. And if you're going to join as a VIP, why not join with me and get all those extra freebies, right? So if you guys have questions, I don't anticipate most people to be watching on a Saturday evening. Those of you that popped on, thanks so much, and I'm so happy that you are here. But those of you guys who watch this a little later, if you have questions and you want to reach out to me about something, please just leave your comment below, or you're welcome to email me or message me. I'm so happy to help in whatever way that I can. Again, I'm working really hard to meet that sales goal this month so I can attend a leadership event. So it would just thrill me to death if you chose to place an order of any size. I would be so, so grateful. Again, if you guys have questions, reach out to me. I'll be so happy to help. I'll be in church for a few hours tomorrow, but other than that, I plan on working in my office, and I'll be glad to get right back with you guys. So I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening, and wherever you are, I hope you're not going to be cold like we are. So thanks for joining me, guys. I am so grateful, and I'll see you next time.